Hello, Captains. It's me, TONIK TZW. It's getting towards the end of the week, and I must say I'm looking forward to the weekend after almost melting in the British weather we've had this week. We complain about the rain, we complain about the sun, but it doesn't matter what the weather is, you'll always find me drinking a nice hot cup of tea. We're here in the legendary tier Gdansk. You can see from the score and XP there that it's quite a good one. This one's called Meta off meta because legendary tier the Dansk is potentially one of the best destroyers there purely because of the radar and smoke combination. You can mince other destroyers, but what's different about this one and why I've put the tagline of it's better to be seen is I'm not running any concealment, really, apart from on Swirsky. I'm running hide and Sims there to give me as many hit points as I can get out of this. Because even with this build here, I'm hitting 5.5K's concealment. Now, I could actually take some of that concealment off Sims and make life a little bit better for me. But I decided to give it a go. Now, my reason for dropping and not running so much concealment is the fact that we've got this long range radar on this ship. Now, I am up against a Dansk on red team here. There's only one destroyer per team. So this is a little bit like a duel with pistols at dawn. Whoever gets the support, whoever gets the drop on the other ship and gets rid of the destroyer is most likely going to be the team that wins. Unless, of course, the rest of the team completely potatoes. Because with the spotting mechanics in the game and with the amount of damage that torpedoes can do, if your team is the only team that has destroyers in the game, there's a good chance, and I won't say it always happens, but there's a good chance that it will give you the advantage that you need. So I can't stress hard enough. Battleships and cruiser captains, support your destroyers early game. They are going to be spotting red team's destroyers. Get rid of those, and your life will be so much easier. Now, I get hit with radar, so I light up my own. I'm going to go guns on the Dansk here. I miss my first salvo. RNG goes mad on me, but then I pop my smoke screen, which extends my radar by another 20 seconds. And I'm glad to say there that we do see some shells go in from our team members, even though they aren't very effective at all. Now, I know there are going to be torpedoes heading this way, and I need to be ready for those. But while I've got that radar running, I'm going to put my guns out there at that Dansk. That's both sets of torpedoes out at me. He's missed all of those. So even though we used the smoke screen, we didn't turn into a dope in a smoke because we were kind of ready for it. But still, we were at a bad angle. I would have liked to have been bowing to those. But yeah, with our engine and rudder there being out, we didn't have the maneuverability that we potentially would have needed to avoid those torpedoes. So we know roughly where he is. He's near B cap. He's not on B cap because it's not being turned to red team. So I am going to push into A cap. That's going to give me a little bit of cover, but it's also going to allow me to push in close to the rocks on the far side of this cap because there is a cruiser hiding there. And it's not a cruiser that I want to tangle with or that I want left on the map to be tangling with me later. So I am going to push and see if I can get this guy proxy detected through the islands for the three potatoes that are sat on the corner waiting for the lights to turn green and cross. Now I am picked up on sonar, and you'll see that red team have got their head screwed on because somebody is going to take a shot at me. But the Des Moines is spotted. I don't want to go off the cap. He can't get a shot across the top of me. I don't think anybody else can. But because I knew that somebody could take a shot at me from behind me, I'm going to move back around and basically see if I can find some cover again, because I don't want red team pushing through this left side of the cap and going against me. But Gdansk gets spotted in the center again. We pop a volley as we disappear behind the island, trying to get a cap reset. We don't get that. 7 seconds to go on the cap. There's another salvo. Is he going to shoot at me? 3, 2, 1. We get a reset. He is now lit up on my radar, only for 10 seconds this time, but it should be enough for me to send this guy back to port. There we go. And where I said that this was meta off meta, it is very much a meta ship at the moment. My build is very much off meta. And what's different about this being a legendary tier game is that it's taken just under 5 minutes for the first kill to go in. Normally, legendary tier, half your team are dead within the first 5 minutes because people think they're legendary and are awesome and go charging in and then do a crap job of it, get wiped off the map, sent back to port, and then all they do is go and pick another legendary ship. And the next thing you know, they're posting on social media asking, since when have they had to pay to get their ships fixed? Because they don't have enough credits and never realized that ship repairs or ship servicing has always been part of the game. Now, I know that the Gdansk is out of the game, so that radar there is probably the Des Moines, but I know where he is on the map, and I was potentially safe from him already. I've run out of the range of that. And now we are going to exploit the map. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 ships on the left. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 ships on the right. And the middle of the map is wide open. So this is where we start to exploit the open water and the poor positioning of the red team. And we are going to spot for our team. And we are also going to do a bit of damage while we're here. But the ship I have to be careful of is the Conquerdonk, who's hidden behind a little island to my right-hand side. Double widespread of torpedoes out there. I think this Preußen knows that there's something behind him. The Montana knows there's something behind him. We have got a couple of ships in the middle, but they still seem content with taking care of the guys on the left. And yeah, the Montana knows that with a smokescreen, with a destroyer firing at him, torpedoes are on the way. And what do we land there? We land 5 out of our 10, so a 50% torpedo hit rate there. But he's obviously damage control because there was a flood there. And while our smoke screen is active, what we are going to look for is to try and get a fire on this guy. But there's 2 ships here within range. Am I going to rotate between them? There's a fire, and our Conqueror picks up the kill. How nice of them. That could have been potentially kill number 2. But the Preußen there, everybody's got it. Everybody's playing it. But honestly, guys, if you haven't got the captains and the inspirations to make the build function, just wait. Take the time. Build up your fleet, build up your captains, build up your inspirations, and then take your ships out at legendary tier. Otherwise, you are going to be throwing away credits. A little bit like Keir Starmer throws out hollow promises. And let's just say there are plenty of those going around, and it only seems to be when his job's at risk that he actually decides that he wants to try and make a difference. Tops coming up on reload, widespread again, because these things are slow. They do give red team plenty of time to spot them and take notice. I don't like the torpedo from behind. I'm not one to slip them one up the back pipe, if you know what I mean, because they get a chance to spot them and turn away. And the closing speed is much slower when somebody is heading away. If your torpedoes are going at 60 knots and they're sailing away at 25, then you've only got a closing speed of 15 knots. Plenty of time to react. But Preußen has just fired his guns. We know that the recommended build for this does not include secondaries. We put a salvo out at 6.5 Ks there. We're not getting taken on by secondaries. The other basically ship has just turned out of those torpedoes, but it opens him up broadside to everybody else. Fires on the Preußen. Torpedoes going in, 2 hits, 1 flood. He still appears to be ticking. We're just about to break through 100,000 damage. And if you look where I am in relation to that battleship, I'm almost going to go out of detectability because I'll be past the limit of my firing range. But I've stopped shooting so that I can go dark. Perhaps there is a salvo at me, and that is a salvo that he has not fired at our Alaska or any of our other ships, which is great because he can only do so much damage to me with AP. It's probably around 1,000 per shell. But obviously, if he was to hit the citadel of an Alaska or a battleship, it would do a lot more damage to them. So basically, we've been a pain in their backside and harassing them and forcing them to run and go out of their little hidey holes where they felt safe and warm and comfortable. And we're pushing them around the map. The cruiser out here, I cannot remember what it is now. It's that one that we get through the 3 campaigns. Lots of people have been buying crates to get it early. Absolute waste of money doing that because you can practically get it for free with a couple of Admiralty back-end purchases. And yes, I say potentially for free, but you can earn free doubloons um, on a free-to-play account. It's what I'm doing on my second account. I'd save the doubloons to buy the first Admiralty back-in, and we played through the first campaign. We've now earned enough doubloons through the first and second campaign that with a couple of weeks of play of the third campaign, I'll be able to buy Admiralty back-in again, pick up whatever ship is coming in the July update, which is bound to be something American because it's the whole 4th of July yeehaw thing. Shouts out to all my American buddies out there. So yeah, so I'll be able to pick up another ship for free plus this campaign ship. Sorry, yeah, campaign ship. Is it a campaign? Is it a reward? It's the marathon ship. Let's give it another name, eh? There we go. It's the Hindenburg. I was going to say Heidelberg for some reason, but that's a place near where I used to be stationed in Germany, an American Air Force base where we used to get lots of tax-free goodies from the American PX. One of my ex-wives wears a Cartier watch, I believe, which was bought with that thing. Was it her money or my money? Probably mine. Yeah, I don't own a Cartier watch, but she's welcome to it because she's my nice ex-wife. So this Hindenburg here, I think he realizes the game is lost. He is spotted. I want the cap. But we're going to be cheeky and just put another salvo out there across the top, try and light a fire. He's shooting at something. It's not me. 137,000 damage. We've already got 1 solo cap, 1 cap assist, 4 cap resets. And we're going to pick up another cap assist here because the I think it's the is it the Alaska here? I can't remember. Or it may be the battleship that sailed in behind me. But needless to say, this Hindenburg is going to get a bit of a surprise because I can get across the top with a shot there. And knowing that I've got backup in a big battleship behind me here, we're going to bait and switch this guy. We can see his turrets turning for me. We can see the ship turning for me. He's going to want to get all his turrets onto me, and he is absolutely blind to the fact there's a battleship about to appear on the corner, and he is going to go back to port with the biggest of bangs. There we go. It was our Alaska, and that ends the game. So, 100, just a whisker under 144,000 damage there. 2 kills, 2 assists, 1 cap, 2 cap assists, 4 resets, some guns, some torpedoes, some fires, some incapacitations, and some floods, and some spots. A whole bag of everything there. Just under 3,200 base XP. 1, 2, 3, 4 of our team survive. 2 of red team survive. And yeah, we didn't lose half a team in the opening 5 minutes of the match. It was 5 minutes pretty much for the first kill. So it was nice to have a game that actually went the distance that time. It was a fun one to play and it made it worthwhile. So let me know what off meta builds you are running that you find help you with some of your ships down there in the comments. So don't forget, smash the like, do leave me a comment, subscribe if you haven't, and as always, until next time, take care of yourselves and goodbye.